Tonight I decided to go live. Um, just wanted to chop it up with y'all like usual. I have over like close to 200 videos, and I know that may not be enough for some people, but it is a lot of content that I've pumped out over the years. Um, and I can only do it when I can. So I appreciate those who are patient with me. Um, I hope you find this message very helpful on your journeys. Life is a journey, and we live it every day. And hey, Queen of the South. Hey, brother Aaron. Hey, it's me, Queen of the South. All right, now, good to see you. Hey, baby, thanks for coming through. Yeah, y'all. Life is a bit crazy now. Um, I can go into really deep perspective on how crazy it's getting because it's really a matter of who's vibrating low, who has a low frequency, and who has a high frequency. Some of you all have really high frequencies, and then you wondering why people want to stand so close to you, or they don't even realize that they're standing close to you, or they don't even realize that they're just staring at you. It's like you have to snap them out of it. Like, damn, I got lost looking at this person. You know, and that's why one of the subjects that we're going to talk about is being chosen. We're going to talk about the narcissist concept of respect, or basically how they view respect versus how people like us view respect, right? And we could talk about more things, and if anybody got questions, just throw them out there. I love chopping it up with you guys when I can. Um, some of the stuff I say, I try to let it digest in people's minds and let it, because if I keep putting out stuff and it might not register right away. So I try to let my stuff digest little by little, you know, because I do put out a lot of information when I do talk about these things. But yes, let's talk about how narcissists view respect, right? Now, a normal person would just simply be respectful. You know, a lot of us were taught to just, you know, carry a level of respect about us. But the way a narcissist views respect, to them, respect is earned. And it's not earned through good things or good deeds. It's earned through domination, tyranny, rulership, fear, threats, evil activities. A narcissist respects a narcissist respects this government more because a narcissist wants the kind of power that this government has. They can go overseas, they can kill people, and nothing happens to them. That's the same kind of power and respect that a narcissist wants. That's why a narcissist has no choice but to respect the kind of government that, we currently reside in, because that is something that they want and envy themselves. They want that kind of power, you know. They don't just give respect to anybody. You want some of the people in the past to respect you. You literally have to threaten them in some kind of way, shoot up their house a little bit. You know, you have to you have to catch them in the alleyway with a group of people and jump them. Then they'll respect you. Then they'll hate you for it, but they'll respect you. They're not gonna just run up on you. Most times they'll probably run away because they cowardly anyways. A lot of times they have a mouthpiece. You know, a lot of times these narcissists, they be loud as hell. That's what your overt malignant. They be the loudest ones, having their chest puffed out, so much pride. But them be the main ones that you really threaten them. You really bring some stuff to their doorstep. Man, you want to talk about a coward? you know. Let me read some of the comments. Hey Tim, man, good to see you, brother. Good evening. Hey, good evening. China Dog, good to see you. Glad you on. They respect what they fear. Exactly. They respect what they fear. E-Baby says you have to act out of character. Exactly. That's the only way anybody's gonna get any type of respect out of a narcissist. You try to be loving to them, you try to be nice, you try to support them in their struggles. Man, they don't respect that. That's reprobate. You know what I'm saying? That's also reprobate as well. You know, they hate the hero but love the villain. You know what I'm saying? Tim Man says it's good to catch you live. Oh, thank you so much, brother. I'm glad I can actually come on and chop it up with you guys. Uh, Queen of South says left man, so they the types to hide from guys and quick to fight females. That's a good point, Queen of the South. That is a good point. Yes, them type of men are cowardly, man. Them type of men, psh, shoot. Them type of men. I'm finna go get my big brother. Oh no, don't go get your big brother. Well, stop beating my ass then. That's kind of stuff that they do, man. That's the kind of stuff that they do. They don't respect the person that does nice things or does respectable, commendable things. You know, the reality is distorted. It's like you'd have to literally threaten them with a knife. You know, some people in the past, I had to threaten them with weapons just to keep them off my back because they thought they could just bully me and run me over because they bigger than me. I'm like, you're not finna do that to me. I will kill you right here. About me, I will kill you. Don't mess with me. Then they just simmer that shit down. I know it sounds crazy, and I'm not that type of guy to try to go out there and be that defensive. But when you've gone through that crap for so long, it's like sometimes you have no choice but to threaten them. If you have no choice but to deal with them, if you don't have to deal with them, stay away from them. But if you got to deal with them and they keep coming at you, sometimes sometimes you do have to threaten them or sometimes threaten them with the truth. They'll hate you for it, but they'll respect you a little bit more because you put a little truth to them. But you go over there and you start shooting up their house or beating up their grandma or beating up their parents or beating up they or beating them up or what I'm saying, robbing them at gunpoint, and you show them your face, man, they'll leave you alone. They'll leave you alone. They'll hate your guts, but they'll leave you alone. They'll respect you. Nah, I can't run up on her like that. Nah, I can't run up on him like that. Nah, I can't do that. Cause if I do that, they gonna do some crazy shit. Cause they're considered crazy makers. They have to stir up the pot. Them the type that run up to a hornet's nest, shake it up a little bit, and then when the hornets come out to go see what the threat is, here they go running back. And if they get stung a couple times, they crying, asking for sympathy. Can somebody help me? Well, you shouldn't have went over there and messed with the hornet's nest. You shouldn't have went inside the lion's enclosure. Because the truth be told, just because you're an empath and you're not a loud person, don't mean you're not a fierce warrior. Some of y'all are very fierce warriors and don't even know it. Very fierce warriors. Some of y'all, if y'all ever have like a certain weapon in your hand, like a knife or a stick, y'all are lethal with that crap. Somebody run up on you with a weapon in your hand, a gun, a knife, a stick, man, y'all gonna mollywop some shit, man. Y'all gonna mollywop some shit for real. And that's what they're afraid of because they see that in us. They keep trying to draw it out just to make us look crazy. Because a lot of times they're gonna turn witnesses against you if you draw it out. So a lot of times you had to be strategic, but that don't mean that beast is not inside you. You are a warrior. Yes, you are highly capable of shredding some shit. You feel me? You're highly capable of whooping some evil. Why you think in the spiritual realm, uh, entities will use your family to come against you? Why you think in the spiritual realm, a lot of times in certain relationships you had in the past, entities will use your partner to try to come at you, try to triangulate you. All of a sudden they hate your guts. You doing everything right, and all of a sudden they hate you because of that warrior that's inside you, man. Okay? That's what they see. That's what they're afraid of. But they try to make it seem like you're crazy whenever they draw it out of you. Just a little bit. You know? Let me see the comments. Uh Queen of the South says you have to knock the door down to fight the North. Right. Well, you kick that door down. Let's say you show up to their house 20 deep and you kick their door down. Man, that narcissist gonna cower like crazy. I don't care if it's male or female. They was talking all that crap, smear your name. Pull it to the narcissist house 50 deep on their yeah. Pull it to the house 50 deep on their yeah. Watch how scary they get. No, I ain't mean to say all that crap, cuz. I ain't mean to say all that crap. Well, damn, bitch, you ain't had to bring all these people like that. Then they get to grabbing y'all get to grabbing her hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bitch, you ain't had to bring all these people. Damn, bitch. All right, I'll simmer down. I'll simmer down, bitch. Right. Chandal says, cowards throw stones and hide their hand. Exactly. That's exactly what they are. They throw stones and hide their hands. That's so they want to say you're so sensitive because you won't tolerate their abuse. But the moment you dish whatever they did back to them, it's like they have no choice but to try to. They can't. It's like something explosive and impulsive happens to them. They get real defensive. Like, oh, I thought I was sensitive. Look at you. You over here want to try to fight me because I'm only giving what you did to me right back to you. You feel me? Don't act scared now. Uh, Queen of South says, and they love getting their sisters to jump on the empaths. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Some empaths had to go through that where they actually had to fend off a bunch of people, fend off a bunch of flying monkeys. That's why I always say it's that warrior in you, man. That's why they gotta gang up on you, man. That's why they gotta get flying monkeys and triangulate you and sit in the background and laugh at your misery. Cause they can't do it by themselves. They scary. They gotta have an army around them. You feel me? Um, Queen of South says literally will threaten to get people on you, but won't fight they ops who they really hiding from. Right, right. And then you gotta ask yourself a question. When you left the narcissist, what kind of plans of evil did they have? How many people that they try to round up just to show up to your doorstep? Man, we should go get that nigga, man. We should go get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we should go get that bitch. Like, that bitch thinks she all that. I go beat that bitch ass. Okay. But other people's like, well, why do you want us to try to fight this girl? We don't even know her like that. Because I just don't like her and you shouldn't like her too. That's their thing. You know what I'm saying? But show up to their house 50 deep with a bunch of people and aiming at their head, man, that narcissist gonna piss their pants. That narcissist gonna shit their drawers. I'm telling you, man, they are cowardly. But that's just that's their concept of respect. Respect is they don't respect the person that tries to make a difference in humanity and try to show love and try to be respectful, try to help people in their struggle. They don't respect somebody like that. They respect the tyrant. They respect the crazy person. They respect the murderer. Shoot, hell, they'll respect the rapist. Yeah, I look up to rapists because they just take what they want, just like me. They're sick like that. You feel me? They're sick like that. Tim Man says, yes, I've been attacked by the flying monkeys. Man, Tim, I'm sorry you had to go through that, brother. Man, I'm sure that had been a lot. That had been traumatic to deal with. Because, when you go through situations like that, it's like you constantly looking over your shoulder because you don't know if they going to send somebody away. Or, you know what I'm saying? It can be paranoid sometimes. Queen Inside says they know they got karma coming. Right, they sure do. They sure do. And the thing about them is they live in karma every day. Their existence is nothing but chaos and hell because they constantly, no matter how many times they get stung by hornets, no matter how many times they get beat up by gorillas, no matter how many times they get bit by lions, they constantly want to go mess with the hornet's nest. They constantly want to go jump in the gorilla enclosure. They constantly want to go try to go pet the lion and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a small cat. That cat gonna rip your ass to shreds. But that's just what they do. They thrive in chaos. It's what they do, man. Uh, Tim Man says it's sad. They're so weak. They have to grow up. hmm I've had a few scary times dealing with flying monkeys. Yeah. 10 Man says, I would like to hear more about the karma thing, how it works. You know what? That's a good question. See, when a narcissist when a narcissist grows up, and because in their teens and their younger years they do all kinds of pranks and games and break all kinds of people's hearts. When they get a little older, let's say 30, 40, it's a race against time. They have to have a lot of people around them. But if you hang around certain narcissists, you'll see people come and go because their behavior is so bad and so nasty and so vile that some people catch on to it early, some people catch on to it later. Basically, their ultimate karma is them ending up by themselves. You want to know where you can find most narcissists? On the streets, homeless. Not every homeless person is a good person. A lot of them did some fuck shit and got kicked out. And that's just being real. So, you know, some of these narcissists that have homes and stuff, a lot of them are relying on other people to take care of their needs like shelter, water, food. But what's going to happen when that person that's housing that narcissist, clothing that narcissist, feeding that narcissist, get tired of that narcissist mess? Get tired of that narcissist childish games? They're going to get kicked right out. You know what I'm saying? So that's their karma. And a lot of times, if they don't have a backup plan or they don't have a backup supply, that's why they always constantly meeting new people. Because when they're meeting new people, that's a potential landing pad. But let me tell you something about that. There's not a lot of people in the world that's as genuine and as loving as a true empath. There's not a lot of people in the world that is as caring as a true empath. You know what I'm saying? So running into you twice, it'll take maybe years or even a lifetime to run into somebody like you again. That'll help them, that'll be gullible to their abuse. And given the fact that narcissism is everywhere on social media now, it was like this big boom from like 2019 till now. It's like a big boom of so many narcissism channels and networks and talks about it. So a lot of people around the world are onto the game. I didn't know narcissism existed, man. I didn't know narcissism existed for a long time. I thought people were just abusive because that's just the way it is. It's all love. It's all love. No, that's not love, right? Love doesn't hurt. Love will uplift you. Love will encourage you. Love will enlighten you, not tear you down, belittle you, make you feel like crap. But they're going to say that they love you. I'm only doing this because I love you. You know, well, I love you. That's not love. They don't know what love is, man. That's why they'll never ever have anything good going for themselves because they're too evil. They're too wicked. They like poking the bear. They love stirring with the hornet's nest. Imagine living a life where you're constantly in chaos, watching over your shoulders, making enemies everywhere you go. You're constantly meeting people. You bring them in, you lift them up, then you tear them down, then kick them out. Then you meet somebody else, you lift them up, you tear them down, then you kick them out. You meet somebody else, you lift them up, you tear them down, and then you kick them out. You know what I'm saying? There cannot be any good karma for that. Now, in the spiritual realm, dealing with a narcissist, um, there are entities that are waiting for that narcissist. All those demons that they be listening to, the more they give their power to that demon, the more control. Let me tell you how powerful willpower is and how the system tries to take your willpower. You have strong willpower when in the face of temptation, when in the face of peer pressure, you still hold firm to your decision regardless, right? In the face of spiritual peer pressure, where that entity is trying to tell you to do something bad, you still hold firm and do the right thing. That's some strong willpower. But you'll be surprised. Not a lot of people have that. A lot of people, they're just a few screws loose, A few screws about to be loose from doing some crazy shit out here. So if you out here keeping your discipline and you have some good willpower about yourself, you have to recognize, no, you don't have a lot of money. No, you haven't accomplished certain goals in your life. Don't mean you won't accomplish them. It's just that sometimes we have to take the time to recognize who we are and how far we came and how we've made the right choices despite the obstacles that was in the way. Because not a lot of people have that capability, man. Your willpower, man. Your willpower. Your willpower? Psh, man. Narcissists, see, when a narcissist give up their willpower to an entity, when they pass away in the spiritual realm, that entity totally takes control of them. They are the puppets being controlled by a dark, demonic puppet master every day of their lives. That's why a lot of coaches would say they can't help what they do unless they really want to help themselves and they really want to see their other ways. But let's say right now a narcissist realized the error of their ways and they're like, damn, I done messed up. I need to do right. They have a hill of karma that they have to go through. They may have recognized that their behavior is wrong, but they have to experience all the hurt and pain that they dished out. Some of them did just keep, some of them would rather just keep dishing out abuse, keep dishing out evil. It's better that way for them because, yeah, I'm just going to keep being evil to the day I die. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, but when your ass sitting in front of a 30-foot demon and they got claws the size of a car, okay, and that shit grab your ass and fuck your ass up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See, when we do good works as a chosen one, let's talk about being a chosen one. When we do good works, it manifests for greater things in the future at the perfect time. We was out here planting seeds, y'all, planting seeds of good deeds. We wasn't out here being fucked up. We wasn't out here trying to tear people down. We made some mistakes along the way, but not as bad to the point where we terrorizing lives. We ruining lives and stuff. You know, when you are a chosen one, understand one thing. Your existence on this planet is extremely important. No, you don't have a lot of money right now. No, you haven't accomplished the things you wanted to accomplish. You don't have that job. Some of us don't even have a home. We living with somebody else right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, here, your presence here on earth, your presence in the family, because the truth be told, we was the ones that had to come in to start a new generation of leadership. A lot of you all are leaders. You are natural born leaders. A new family, if not some of y'all already got kids. You all are the new leaders for the new generation. You know, teach them your ways. There's people out there that they're probably going to come in the future and they're probably going to want to know how to learn your ways because the creator's going to gift us with so many different things and they're going to see how we're manifesting things and how it's working for us. And people are going to have no choice but to bow down and listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the thing is with discernment, you have to see who's a lost cause and who's not a lost cause. You were sent through your family to start a new generation of living. A lot of us were born in some of the most dysfunctional, fucked up households. Brothers, sisters, mama, daddy, cousins, auntie, grandmas. A lot of them are fucked up. Mentally, they are messed up in the head. And you know you can't trust them. Because the only thing they think about is the American dollar. And they'll take it from you any way that they can. And they will lie. They do all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why your presence here is important because you are the way. You are the light. You carry the torch. You understand? You carry the torch. Not your brother, not your sister, not your mama, not your daddy. Because you see how they act. See, when you on the path to enlightenment, when you're on the path to ascend, you have now chosen a path that is grueling. Some of us didn't have a choice. Some of us didn't have a choice. Some of us had a choice. A lot of us didn't have a choice. You know, we had to go through the grueling path of pain and suffering and being misled and making the wrong choices. But a lot of y'all have so much knowledge and wisdom to give to the world. A lot of y'all can start podcasts. Y'all can write books if y'all wanted to. You know, life is a complex thing, but it's necessary. You know, we have to see this whole thing through. What are you being developed into? What will you be remembered for? You know, let me read the comments. China Doll says, best karma is two narcs in a relationship. Absolutely. Yes. They just tear each other down. A match made in hell? Not a match made in heaven. A match made in hell. A match made in chaos. Let them tear each other up, man. Yeah, my girl be beating my ass. She be pistol whipping me, but I love her though. Lil mama, lil mama good though. She a little freak. She be pistol whipping my ass, but I love her though. Or that nigga be beating my ass, but for some strange reason I just love him because I be beating his ass back, bitch. I be beating his ass back, bitch. You want to talk about that toxic shit, man? Run for your life. Don't be dealing with that shit for real. Anybody who into that kind of stuff, they think love is abuse. Run the other way. Run the other way. Tin Man says, I'm newly awakened to being a chosen one. Was awakened in November. My brother, I overstand. I overstand. Everybody has their set time of awakening. It's been a hard walk. Yes, it's grueling, man. It's grueling. A lot of us ain't have a choice. Some of us did, but a lot of us ain't have a choice. Baby says some comments with curse words are censored, so Aaron won't be able to see them at this moment. Oh, listen, y'all. If y'all put in comments and I can't see them, please forgive me. I did not. I'm not here to miss any comment. I'm looking at every comment one by one right now, and a lot of times they just don't show the comments. That they don't show. I go back to some of these lives, and I see some of the comments. I'm like, bro, I would have spoke on that if they would have showed it. But sometimes they just don't show certain comments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry about that. River and Church, is good to see you. Does a narcissist ever truly feel sad for what they've done? I get told I'm the one who has borderline personality disorder with narcissistic traits when he beats me over nothing. River and Churches, if you still in that relationship, you better haul ass. You better leave, pack up and go. You better divorce, file them divorce papers. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with a narcissist that beats on you is a sadistic narcissist. Okay? More likely he's jealous of you because you're a great person. He's not a great person. But they like to cling to people that are great people, that have good hearts. Because you're my good luck charm. Huh? You're my good luck charm. And you're my emotional punching bag. So not only am I going to use the shit out of you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. That's their mindset, huh? That's their mindset. So if you still in that stuff, you better haul ass because they're sadistic. They like to beat on people. They like to, and only a cowardly man would beat on a helpless woman because he's a tyrant. You know what I'm saying? He probably has hate for his mama and he taking it out on you. So he doesn't really feel bad. The only thing he'll regret is when you actually wake up and walk away from him for good. I've been on this channel for a little over 2 years. And I've had testimonies of women that went through abusive ass relationship with men. And Another thing is men go through abusive relationship with women too. I was in one. So overall, universally, for the sake of your sanity, for the sake of your peace, take you and the kids, haul ass, pack everything in the Ford Bronco, and get the hell up out that damn, get the hell out that damn hellhole. You feel me? They're sadistic. They like to beat on people. The only time they're gonna feel sad is if you're not there to let them beat on you. You know, they have no remorse when it comes down to their selfish ways. They take pleasure in other people's suffering. It puts a smile on their face, man. But like I said, when that 30-foot demon with the claws the size of the claws the size of a car grab their ass and start eating their ass alive, and they can't do shit about it, that's gonna be on them. Their actions have reflected their outcome. Yes, their actions will reflect their outcome. Some of them, before they get grabbed by the 30-foot demon, they get tossed in the streets, right back on the drugs. It's a sad cycle. But for your sanity, haul ass and leave. You feel me? Haul ass and leave. Um, Queen of the South. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That when two narcissists get together, okay, all right now. They be beating each other with bats and shit, and they gonna have sex right after. How y'all gonna have sex with a black eye? How you gonna have sex with a cut on you? How you gonna have sex with the same person that put stab wounds in your stomach? That nigga stabbed me, but we still be fucking, bitch. Fuck that shit. I love that nigga. You just gotta run, man. You just gotta run. Don't even get involved with that shit. Don't even get involved with that shit. China Doll says, Tim, I will pray for you. Yeah. When you wake up and come to realize certain things, it can hit like a ton of brick. But it's necessary. It's necessary. Um Queen of South says she be sleeping with all my friends, but I love her though. Right. Damn, that bitch slept with my brother, my cousin, my daddy, but I still love that bitch though. I'm finna go get her some flowers for Valentine's Day. You feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna show her who the real nigga is. Bump them niggas. I know I love this chick. You know, you can't tell them anything, man. Tim says, thanks for taking the time to read and comment. It's appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, brother Tim. Yes, baby says, yep, they like to physically see people in pain. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. China Doll says, my first marriage was abusive, and yes, he did hate his mom. However, they never treat her that way, and she's the reason they are who they are. Because the mom has some sort of power over the narcissist. Now, some narcissistic men, they will literally attack their mom. They've been in scuffles with their mom. Shoot, I've even seen one shoot their mom. You know what I'm saying? But it's rare. But a lot of times, the mother has some sort of control over the narcissistic male. So it's like, she, although he hates her, she has some sort of control over his life. So he knows that in the end he's gonna make bad choices and he's gonna fall back on his mom, move back in with his mama. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no telling what goes down in that house. Queen of South says, I heard they get happy when they see people in distress. Absolutely. They're sadistic. These people bust nuts off of your suffering, man. Let your ass get an eviction notice in front of a narcissist. The narcissist is pre-coming. The narcissist is pre-squirting. An eviction notice? Ooh, well, I love to see that. Oh my gosh, you're struggling. I love it. You know? They're sadistic, man. Their minds is twisted. They're reprobates. Their view of respect is not the same. Their view of humility, they don't have that, man. You know what I'm saying? E-Baby says, there may be some nearby resources in your area that can help you escape that abusive relationship. Right, right. What's the name? River and Churches. Yeah, haul ass. Don't even play around with it. Take you and the kids, pack up the Bronco, and be gone for real. How true is that? It's very true, Queen of South. Very sadistic people, man. Because they give their willpower to demons. They give their willpower to demons. A strong and powerful person has complete total control over their willpower. They're not gonna just let certain things sway them to do certain things. You know? And the more you resist and stick to your and do things by your will, the more powerful your willpower grows. What also helps with willpower for the men is preserving your life force, not masturbating to porn and stuff like that. That makes your willpower a lot more stronger as a man because sperm's a life force. You know, same thing, ladies. Don't give your willpower to a vibrator or a dildo. You know, preserve your sensitivities and your juices. Be disciplined with your sexual urges. Is all I'm saying. Don't just open up the legs just to any type of person, man. Don't do that. And don't just bust a nut just to bust a nut. That's energy you're wasting. And believe it or not, there are, I would say, reptilian entities that feed off of sexual energy. This matrix that we live in feeds off of the energy of us. We are the batteries that keep it going. So we keep giving our energy to these jobs. We keep giving our energy uh, to these places and resorts that are owned by people that don't give a damn about you and me. We keep giving our energy to porn. We keep giving our energy to lust, one night stands and stuff like that. This is what they feed on. You know, this matrix lives off of us, man. This matrix lives off of us. For real. There are entities that we can't see with the naked eye. Every time we waste energy, they feed on that. They do all kinds of stuff with that, man. Not to mention what it does to your brain when you have overloaded your brain with too much dopamine. It's like you become, dopamine is a drug too. It's just like taking crack or taking heroin. The more you keep feeding your brain too much false dopamine releases, you become like a dopamine crack addict. And that's what they say, you operate from your lower chakra natures. See, in the world today that we live in, and this goes back to willpower, if you don't have control of your sexual urges, that's how a lot of people get caught up on child support and things like that. Or fighting for custody of children because the red flags were always there, but because we was operating from our lower chakra natures, from our root chakra natures, too quick to try to bust a nut real quick, now we in the courthouse trying to fight for the kids and stuff. When if we would have used our intuition, which is always there guiding us, always showing us things, the universe is always there revealing things. But because we was horny as hell and we wanted to bust a nut real quick, put a little cream pie, plant the seed in the garden, you know what I'm saying? Now we fighting for custody for the kids and shit, instead of thoroughly vetting out who we dealing with. But that's okay though, because we weren't taught in school to value our our energy. We weren't taught anything about willpower, you know? We weren't taught these things. But I'm only here tonight. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just only here tonight to point out where a lot of people are going wrong. A lot of people are operating from the root chakra. Too busy trying to bust a nut, you know? And that stuff is used to bring new life, you know? So I can go on about this, but it's a lot that's been going on. And I just encourage people to preserve your life force energy as much as you can, because that's the seat of your willpower. If you have control over your sexual urges, which is one of the toughest battles you'll ever face, controlling lust, not allowing what you see to dictate what you do, huh? That's your superpower right there, man. You rising above your root chakra. You going through your solar plex. You going through your heart chakra. You going all the way to your crown chakra, past your throat chakra, all the way to your crown chakra. And that is how you connect with source. And that is how you connect with the most high, pretty much. You know? Um Tin Man says, I had an encounter back in October last year. I was talking to a friend's dad sitting outside. I actually felt what looked like a snake or a tentacle touch my stomach. It was coming from the dad. It felt, yeah, yeah. Some people you hang around, don't ignore the vibes of people you hang around. Cause some people have entities around them. Yo, the human body, as far as the eyes that we have now, we only see a small percentage of the visible light spectrum. But I think it's called the Truman Show. There was these glasses that they put on, and they was able to see the real world for what it is, including the things that we can't really see with the naked eye. There's a certain chemical that they put in glasses that allows you to see the total um, light spectrum. So where you can see entities and people, you can see, you know how powerful you'd be if you had those kind of glasses. You'll see somebody and just avoid them like the plague. But then you'll have to look in the mirror and see what kind of entities are around you. It'll probably scare a lot of people. But there's a certain chemical. It begins with a D, diodicide, something like that. They have certain glasses that allow you to see the real visible light spectrum. But you know that's why when you're dealing with certain people give off certain vibes, and if your stomach feels unsettled, you just have to follow through and listen to that and not get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his dad is narcissistic. What you more likely felt was the entity that's taking control of him, that he has given up his willpower to. Right, right, Queen of South, right. Especially for new supply for that Jezebel spirit, right. Excuse me. Queen of South says, I don't do porn no more at all. It's been a long time. Yeah, yeah. Preserve your kitty. Preserve your sensitivity. Preserve it. Preserve your divine feminine. I never been so at peace from semen retention. Never given this up. I still struggle, but I'm free. And it took years and then delivered. Yeah, yeah, man. When you have total control over the less you give into lust, the more powerful you become as a man and a woman. Because you start to see people for who they are. You don't go off their initial appearance. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's powerful stuff. I talked about this in one of my other lives, but I wanted to talk about this a little bit tonight. But understand, y'all, just because you don't have a lot of money, just because you're not achieving the things you want to right now in this moment, don't mean that you're less of a person. So if somebody say, you're not making as much money as me, okay, but they're just not on your level spiritually. Okay? They're not on your level. You was chosen to do something that most people are falling to the wayside at. And here you are stepping up to the plate. You never asked for it. You're just doing it. And the more you walk in this walk, you start to realize how important your presence is in this world. Because how many more people are you going to touch in a positive way? Because there's people that's going to need your words of wisdom through your experiences. You all are natural born leaders, man. Huh? Natural born leaders. That's why they hate on you. That's why they try to smear your name all those years and try to use you and abuse you. Because they're losers. And they like being losers. But you are a winner. And you will continue to win. Money don't make you a winner. Spirituality does. Your connection to the Most High does. your connection to the ascended master make you a winner. And who knows, in the near future, the world will be yours, and you ain't got to pay for it. If you see it and you want it, you can take it. Of course, it's gonna come with some rules, but given the fact that you chose the path of light and not the path of darkness, you all will be just fine. I just want to put that out there. But listen, y'all, thank you all so much for chopping it up with your boy. We in 45 minutes deep. We got 8 people in right now. And thank you all for coming through, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the message. I won't hold y'all up too long. And but listen, man, I'm sorry if I don't go live as much. Y'all bear with me. Thank you all for being patient. But we'll chop it up again some more, man. And listen, y'all, understand your greatness, understand your power. There's a beast that's sleeping on the inside of you, waiting to come out. And when it comes out, the world gonna have no choice but to bow. Okay? Your haters and your enemies are your footstools, man. But listen, I love y'all. Let me read some final comments. Uh T.W.T.N.E says this has been a really good live. Feels real and fresh. Feels good to connect with real chosen to hear confirmation. It's really good. Oh, thank you so much, brother Tim. I really appreciate you coming here and spending time to listen to what I had to say. You know, and I hope it helps every last one of y'all on your journey, man. Life is a journey, and we have to see everything through. Don't give up, y'all, because we have a creator, we have ancestors, we have ascended masters are watching us every step of the way. All right, for sure. China Doll, thanks for coming through, China Doll. Let me shout y'all out. China Doll, thanks for coming through. Tim Man, thanks for coming through, brother. Queen of the South, thanks for coming through. Who else? E Baby, thanks for coming through. River and Churches, thanks for coming through, man. And all those who are watching, we got 10 people on. Thank you all so much for coming through and spending time with your boy, man. I speak abundance, an overflow of financial abundance, peace, bliss, happiness, and great things in you all's lives. All right? I love y'all. Y'all be safe. And China says we need more content for you. I know, China Doll. I know. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for being patient with me. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. And y'all tune in for more, man. All right. Bye-bye now.